Shock, surprise, elation from the Delaware Valley and across the world, really, about the election of the new Pope. Cardinal Robert Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV. You see him live right now, leading his first Mass as pontiff in the Sistine Chapel.
69-year-old was born in Chicago. He was the leader of the Vatican Office for Bishop Appointments and spent many years working in Peru doing mission work. In the U.S., reaction to the first American-born pontiff has been a mix of surprise and excitement. His family says he was born to fill the role.
You know how some kids like to play war and be soldiers? He wanted to play priest.
And we just teased, you're going to be the Pope.
That's a great honor.
Meanwhile, in Chicago, it's a battle between two hometown baseball clubs, with both claiming the new Pope as a fan. By the way, Pope Leo's brother weighed in, saying he's a White Sox fan.
Had to make that distinction there,
yes.
right?
The classmate of Pope Leo says he's definitely a White Sox fan.
All right. Well, Father Paul Galetto from St. Paul Church in South Philly joining us live. Father, good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Oh, my goodness. So great to see you, too. And we appreciate you taking the time this morning because you went to school with now Pope Leo XIV. We were stunned. We were so excited when we heard the news. I can only imagine your reaction.
Yeah, it was definitely an OMG moment. Oh, my God. Like, it's tough to think that a friend of yours is the Pope. And just amazing. He is Bob, we all called him. He's just a great guy. And it makes me happy to know that a person who has lived a good life, is a prayerful person, considerate, nice. It's the kind of person you want leading, our church and being a leader in the world. He's done things the right way, and he's just a great person. Really.
So where did you attend school with the new pontiff?
So I met him first around 1976 when I was in St. Louis, and he was following me in St. Louis. That's where the Augustinians at that point had their novitiate, which is a year of prayer and discernment. So he was finishing up at Villanova before he came to St. Louis, and I was on my way to Villanova. But we lived together in Rome at the Augustinian house, Collegio Santa Monica. And I was at the Gregorian University, and he was at the Angelicum. But I had been in Rome for a couple years already when he came over, so I first introduced him to the city of Rome, and now he's the Bishop of Rome. Yeah, amazing.
Well, you say that you think he is one of the luckiest people you have ever met. What do you mean by that?
So when we lived together, it's one of those things, if I always choose between left and right, I will always choose the wrong way. Bob always chose the right way. There was one incident where it was amazing. We went to the Easter Mass together, and when at the end of the Mass, the Pope gives his special blessing, which Bob gave yesterday from the balcony there, and all these thousands of people going out of the church, and Bob says, "Here, let's go out this door here." I said, "Why are we going over there?" He said, "Let's just go out this door." And we came out, and we were right below the balcony that, as you see in the picture there, that he was on yesterday. And we looked up, and there's Pope John Paul II. And I said to him, "You are the luckiest guy. You always choose the right door, the right time, the right way." We just laughed about it. And he has that knack for doing the right thing at the right time and in the right place. He's a great guy.
Well, this is so good to hear, and thank you so much for giving us some insight into your time with him. Are you going to be heading to Rome anytime soon?
I will probably go there in the fall. I went when he was elevated to a cardinal, and that's the picture you saw there. And so it's a holy year. It's crowded, but the Augustinians' house is right across the street from the Vatican, so it'll be easy to get there and to spend time with him.
Well, remember, you gave him the tour the first time. I'm sure he's going to give you one heck of a tour this time.
He owes me.
Right. So great to hear. Father Paul Galetto with St. Paul Church. We appreciate it, and thanks for sharing those stories with us.
All right, have a great day.
You too. Thanks so much.
Well, the Delaware County community is celebrating its connection to Pope Leo XIV at St. Denis Church in Havertown. The faithful are full of pride for the new pontiff. That's because Pope Leo once worked at the church while he was a student at Villanova. The Pope was on the church maintenance crew. Pastor Father Kevin Gallagher. Father Kevin learned of the unique connection while talking with the now leader of the Catholic Church at a dinner last year.
I was just as shocked to hear that, and then today to share with the community here, and especially our kids, to say the new Pope cut grass in our cemetery. He worked on maintenance right here at St. Denis. I know there's great jubilation on Lancaster Avenue of Villanova.
Father Kevin said several members of the parish were classmates of the Pope at Villanova. He graduated from Nova in 1977.
It was so special to have that connection there. Meanwhile, President Trump spoke briefly with reporters outside the White House about the first American-born Pope.
I mean, what greater honor could there be? And we were a little bit surprised, very happy. It was just a great, absolutely great honor.
Well, the president says he is looking forward to meeting Pope Leo.
Well, social media is buzzing all over the new Pope and his local connection.
That's right. Chandler's here with some of the reaction, and some of them are just so Philly. Chandler is so funny to read. Everybody's so excited.
Yeah, Janelle, so Philly here. And as you can imagine, trending across the board is Pope Leo XIV. Well wishes from world leaders, celebrities, and locally. We're talking about Wawa, what he thinks about cheesesteaks. We're breaking it all down. So let's start off. We have a post here from the White House about the first American Pope, going on to say what excitement and what a great honor for our country. Now, we also know that our Pope, he's from Chicago. So the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, posting out everything dope, including the Pope, comes from Chicago. Oh, yeah. And he says, we hope to welcome you back home soon. We'll also travel over to Israel. Their Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, congratulating the Pope and the Catholic community. He goes on to say, I wish the first Pope from the United States success in fostering hope and reconciliation among all faiths. We also had celebrities posting out. Director Spike Lee, he decided to have a little fun with it, posting the new Pope, also mentioning his connection to Nova. And then he goes on to say that this must be a good sign for the Knicks in the playoffs, right? So yeah, he's having a little fun with his caption there saying, God bless. Also, we are talking about the Empire State Building that was lit up in gold and white in honor of the Pope. And now let's get to his Philly connection. A Villanova fan account posting out his yearbook photo from 1977 saying the world's most famous Villanova alumna, Pope Leo XIV. We also, of course, have a Pope that has been to Wawa. How Philly is that? Also, take a look at this. UK newspapers hit stands with headlines and photos of the new Pope. Headlines reading, God bless American, and white smoke for the pontiff. Another headline reading, evil will not prevail. First U.S. Pope vows to build bridges. So Jim and Janelle, I'm going to be here all morning long monitoring your socials and keeping you updated.